I'm Madison Mary and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my April TBR. So, I'm really excited for the month of April. I have some secret plans, but I also have some books that I can't tell you about. So in the month of April, I have 3 arcs that I need to get read. The first one is Second First Impressions by Sally Thorne. So we follow Ruthie, who has worked at the front desk of a retirement villa for years now. She has a great relationship with all the residents. And then she ends up meeting Teddy, who is the son of the owner of the villa, as well as her new neighbor. And he is tatted up, he's hot, he's sexy, he's saving up to run his own tattoo shop, and she's like, ooh, like, not bad to look at. Until they actually meet, and the first time they meet, he mistakes her for an old lady, and she's like, she's so offended. And so she plans to play a prank on him by submitting him to be the personal assistant for this group of like 90-year-olds who are really like ruthless and just awful to like all their assistants. Like the assistants never last more than a week. And she's like, you know what? He was so rude to me, I'm going to submit him for this. But it backfires because they end up loving him and he's like this fantastic, like charming hire, and it's their romance. I'm really excited for this. Everyone seems to be loving this and I'm so happy for that. I love the hating game. I actually really enjoyed 99% Mine when I read it. So I'm super glad to see that Sally Thorne is out with her 3rd book this year, and yeah. There's Skybreaker by Ali Thorley. This is the sequel to Night Spinner, which I adored, that came out last year. It is a gender-bent retelling of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So it's been a year since I read the first book, so I can't remember what the synopsis is without like just telling you what I remember, and I'm afraid that what I do remember is spoilery. But like I said, it is a gender-bent Hunchback of Notre Dame retelling where our main character, Ennebish, something happened to her where she then ended up disfigured and everyone is afraid of her. She is kept in captivity. She's not allowed to do anything. She has this magic that everyone is afraid of and that she's not allowed to use. It's like this night spinning magic. And what ends up happening is she kind of joins somewhat of a rebellion. And it's a really interesting look because the story gets a lot darker than you would ever expect, which is very typical of Ali Thorley. Her books on the surface seem like typical YA novels, but once you start them, there's a lot of talk about, you know, government and politics and morality, especially grey morality, and people who are very deceiving and deceitful, who say things that you think one thing of and then not the other, and there's a lot of twists and turns. It's a really great duology and I would highly recommend it, especially since the sequel is coming out on May 4th. And then we have The Secret Bridesmaid by Katie Birchall. This also comes out on May 5th. This follows a woman named Sophie who has made it her entire career to be a professional bridesmaid. And she basically poses as like a friend, as a bridesmaid, but she's actually secretly working behind the scenes to make sure that like everything goes smoothly with the wedding and that, you know, everyone is happy. She's kind of like the people pleaser for the event, making sure there's no like hiccups. And then she's hired by Lady Victoria Swan to host like the biggest like party for the aristocracy in London that year. And she's like, oh my god, this is like my big break, like this is the one. The only problem is that Lady Victoria's daughter, Cordelia, is an utter diva and a half, and it's just going to be a complete nightmare trying to make this girl happy. But then she finds herself, you know, kind of falling for Cordelia's older brother, who is very posh, very, you know, like the bachelor of the season, and extremely off limits for her. And so that's kind of what she's dealing with. And then there's the fact that there's a rival wedding going on at the same time, and Cordelia and her mum are like, they refuse to let their wedding get outshone by this other wedding. And so there's just like a lot of mischief and mayhem and wedding hijinks, and I'm so excited for this. I'm pretty sure it's set during modern day. I'm like 90% sure. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. Then I have a buddy read in the month of April. Tentatively, I suck at buddy reads, okay? I really do. But I'm supposed to be buddy reading A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair with my best friend here on BookTube, who is Katie from Katie's Book Nook. This is a Hades and Persephone retelling. That is all I know going into it. It is very renowned. I see it kind of talked about everywhere. And there's a book box, the Bookish Box is doing like these exclusive like hardcover editions of it. So those go on sale at the end of April, and I want to read the book first to see if I like it, and that way if I like find that it's like a complete and utter favorite of mine, I can like get these exclusive editions. But yeah, all I know is it's a really dark, sexy, smutty, erotic-y Hades and Persephone retelling, and I'm excited for it. Then I'm going to be reading, oh Lord almighty, hang on, King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. I haven't read this. I don't know why I haven't read this. It came out before I read the Six of Crows duology back in 2019, and so I have since read that duology so I can get up to this one, but I just haven't gotten to it yet because I knew it was going to be a while until Rule of Wolves came out, which comes out at the end of March, And so now I can read the two of them back to back. The only shitty thing is I have been spoiled for something that we do learn about in this series, which kind of sucks, but like, that's a given. I still think I'm going to enjoy it anyway, even knowing that. But I do recommend that if you are someone who wants to go into this series, you do need to read the Grisha trilogy first. That's just my personal opinion. I'm also going to be reading Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. I'm so excited for this. So basically we're following 16-year-old Brie Matthews. Her mum was just murdered at the beginning of the book and you don't really know what's going on, how everything really works out. And then Brie ends up getting accepted into this kind of college prep summer program at a college. And she goes there and on her very first night, she ends up seeing this magical like creature attacking stuff and like these people fighting it. And she's like, what is going on? And because she can see them, it means that she's supposed to be a part of these people who are known as the Legendborn. And the Legendborn are people who are descendants from different King Arthur figures, I think. From what I know, I'm very vaguely aware of like what this is about. It's about Brie finding out that she's like part of the Legendborn and how it all ties into her mum's murder. I don't think I've seen anyone not like this book, so I'm super excited. And then the last official book on my April TBR is 8 by Rilsey Adams. This is an erotica novelette, so it's like 45 pages, super steamy, super smutty. All I know about it is that we are following Tempest, who is a private chef. She has just been booked for like this really massive party that she's supposed to cater to with her best friend, but her best friend cancels the last minute, and instead private chef Russ Bradley ends up coming in to take her best friend's place. And so the two of them have to like cater the event together, and I'm guessing that some sexy things occur between them, and I'm very excited. Yeah, that's it. Let me know what you're reading in the month of April. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe to my channel, and until next time, thanks a bunch everyone. Bye!